All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another podcast. This is Dr. Kenneth Noisewater. With me here is Crom.
Hello, everybody. Crom here.
And today's topic, we're going to talk about naked people in film.
We have discussed this many times, and we decided we wanted to get down just some of the nude scenes that have been most influential to us. Now, we don't have very many criteria for this. We just thought, something that one might have seen in the formative years that really kind of like, maybe not necessarily the first, but the first time you're like, yeah, I want that. I like it, yeah.
Exactly. It's a big deal, though, little kid. So what we'll do is we will go 10 up to 1, alternating. I'll say my number 10. Crom will say his. We'll work our way up to 1, and then we will come up with a list. We'll get together, do some booby science, come up with our joint top 10.
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's get underway. Number 10. I had to look up the name of this movie because I actually didn't know what it was. But Halle Berry getting screwed by Billy Bob Thornton in Monsters Ball.
Oh. See, that one's recent.
Yes.
I mean, not recent,
but it was huge. I mean, everyone wants to see everyone saw Halle Berry naked in Swordfish, right? It was a big deal.
Yeah.
But we saw her get railed. I mean, absolutely tore up.
Is that the one?
It was a really graphic scene. That's what threw me away.
Was that the one with make me feel like a woman?
Yeah. Oh. Her voice is a little sexier than the way you did it.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not very.
I didn't even see the whole movie, but I watched that scene multiple times.
Heath Ledger's in it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's like a prison guard or something.
Well, they both are.
Yeah.
And they're both. I've actually never seen it.
You've seen the scene though.
Oh. Mr. Skin exists for a reason, my friend.
Okay, so that's where I'm at. A very beautiful woman getting boned by a really ugly dude, and I really give him props. I think Billy Bob's a pimp.
He's got to be some kind of sorcerer or something. I mean, of course, yes, that's a movie, but in real life...
No, in real life he pulls a lot of wool. I mean, I got to give him credit. So that's my number 10.
My number 10, which I guess you could say is the least influential, from Demolition Man, because I was already... how old was I? But it's just a really quick scene where I tried to get actresses' names, but for this one I just put down accidental call lady.
Oh.
And it's after the restaurant, he gets back to his apartment. He sits down on the couch and gets that video phone call, and the chick's, she's just standing there naked, and then she's like, "Oh, sorry, wrong number."
Demolition Man with Sly Stallone?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I put in maybe not so much influential, but it's just kind of like I enjoyed it. I always enjoy when they shoehorn it in. Like there's no reason for it. But like a guy like Sylvester Stallone, he's sitting there like, hey, this movie's good. I got action. I got great acting. Just in case, let me throw it some titties.
Just in case. Just hedges bets. No, we could have done a whole list of gratuitous movies.
Yeah.
I came across some of those lists when I was trying to find ideas. So.
It was definitely gratuitous.
All right, number 9. Number 9. It's number 9 for a reason. I don't know if this one's going to make the final list. Barbarella with Jane Fonda.
There you go. I can't believe I didn't think of that.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't believe it.
The reason I was blown away because it came on like Skinamax real late at night, and I was like, Jane Fonda's naked for like a long time in this film. And, she's not always a serious actress, and you're always like PG movies and stuff. I'm like, what? And it makes no sense. She's floating around in zero gravity with a beautiful body, beautiful woman. I mean, she was
makes perfect sense to me.
Zero gravity, naked lady, and I want to give her credit. I gave Billy Bob credit last one. I'm gonna give her credit for being an early pioneer of physical fitness and just looking slamming.
Oh, yeah.
Tight ass body for that time. A lot of women didn't have that type of toning. So I'm gonna give Jane her props.
Yeah, very good, very good. Let's see. For me, number 9, Caddyshack, Cindy Morgan.
Okay.
That was the actress. She was playing. I can't remember the character's name. The blonde girl, the rich girl.
Yeah. Is it the one Chevy Chase is doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. That's not a bad looking girl.
Oh no, not bad looking.
She's very 80s looking, right? Like feather hair.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that.
And that's why I put that in there because again, I was a young lad, my formative years, and it wasn't like it wasn't one of those things. I wouldn't call it gratuitous. It wasn't just in there for no reason. They, she and Chevy were being intimate, and it's just like you said. For me, it's because she's just a very good looking woman. That's fun. That's what did it for young Crom.
And all right, here we go. This one, me and Crom, when we came up with the idea to do this list, we did already talk about this one, so we might both have this one.
Yeah.
Just one of the guys, the end of the film.
Yeah.
When
Joyce Hyser.
she has to, nice work, yeah. I didn't know that till last night when I was putting this list together, the name. So she has, if you haven't seen it, guys, she has to prove to this guy that she goes undercover as a man to do a report for her school paper, and she, figures out what it's like to be a man. In the process, she befriends a guy at school, a boy, and he ends up falling in love with him, but the boy doesn't know that she's a chick, so he still doesn't believe her at the end, and just to prove it, she takes her boobs out, and they're really nice boobs.
Very nice.
I mean,
now,
how is she hiding them?
If you want to talk about influential, this is a movie where, as a young man, you can really kind of stir up some, hey, that might not be so bad either. Very good. She's very good looking. She's a very attractive woman, and it's very difficult for her to pass as man anywhere outside of the realm of fantasy. But just, she's this cool dude. Everybody wants to be his friend, and he's got a nice rack. and that's okay.
He's got all I could get really sexist here. But, he's not he wouldn't be like a chick. Mm-hmm. This chick has learned to act like a dude. It's really cool. And she still has her boobs.
I just had
you can still hang out, go to the ball game.
I had a breakthrough here because I'm always attracted to. Unfortunately for me, I'm very attracted to women with the butch look. I think I just figured it out. I have Joyce Hyser to blame for this.
I think we could figure a lot of shit out throughout the course of this list. There's a lot of weird, and that's how you get on this list, by having a weird effect on a man as a young man. All right, so that's my number 8.
So that was your number 8, just one of the guys. So I'll mark that off my list. And I did, for me, number 8 would probably have to be the Blue Lagoon.
Oh man, I forgot about that one.
Brooke Shields.
Oh, how did I forget that?
Now, the problem with that one is she was 16.
Okay, yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, so
we're not supposed to. Yes,
but to prevent myself from getting on some sort of list here, I was young myself. I was probably 12 or 13 when I saw that. So,
but you had to be to be in the film. Would you have to?
No. That was the big controversy because
okay, good work.
She got her mom's permission because her mom
that's some mom, huh?
Well, I think I have to double check this.
It's worth the pitching around. It's an art film. It's Blue Lagoon.
Well, I have something to say about that, and also makes me think, I forgot this one. But you can do it with parental consent, which she did because I guess she didn't want to hamstring her daughter's career. Same thing with Thora Birch in American Beauty.
Oh yeah.
She was 17. She was 17.
Is that the blonde or the brunette?
This is brunette.
Oh, the little girl.
Yeah, the blonde is Mina Savari.
Who
was over 18, so it was okay for her. But Thora Birch wasn't. But being that her parents were porn stars, they
were a little lenient about that sort of thing.
Well, I'm sure there's more to it than that. But.
We can have her do more if you want. You can spread equally. You can look down in there.
You joke? You joke? That's why she gets no work. Her father is Joe Simpson-esque in his
oh man,
both stage parent manager and really creepy when it comes to hey, you get a close up on my daughter's tits,
that is a little odd.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, with just we do got to talk more briefly about this. The thing about Blue Lagoon is that it has two young people discovering their sexuality together.
Yeah.
No one explained it to them because they were desert island kids. They'd figured it all out. I remember she gets the period in the film and it becomes a big problem.
And unbeknownst to them, I was discovering my sexuality along with them.
You were the third party?
Yeah. I was.
I'm discovering myself.
I was the guy in the bushes so that's what you do with that thing.
I'm picturing a tiki mask. Talking away back. Alright, this one it also goes under the very gratuitous, in the gratuitous category where it has no purpose at all in the film. back to school. Rodney Dangerfield walks into the women's locker room. He opens up the shower. There's a woman in there, and she's stark naked. And he goes, "Oh, relax, I didn't see a thing." And then he opens up again. He's like, "You're perfect." Yeah, that's a great line. And I thought about that. I was like, man, I love that line because it's Rodney, and he bulges the eyes, makes the perfect face. And if he had a line like "nice titties," I mean, you'd be like, "That's not Rodney. You're perfect." It was just great because it was a compliment. You know, he saw it on accident, and he's like, "Oh, relax," and then he just wants to let her know, pay that compliment.
Yep.
And she was a great looking broad.
Like a lot of guys, a lot of his contemporaries, he could do that, like, you know, raunchy and classy at the same time.
Right.
Like you said, it's just like, ooh, gazongas, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything. By the way, you're perfect.
I would have liked gazongas. They was on the cutting room floor. But yeah, so I went with Rodney there, and I did have a quick story on that one. I was at a birthday, like a sleepover. And then my buddy, I was at his house. My buddy leaves the room, and I'm in there with the dad, and the dad and I are watching.
Oh.
And that's when that scene happened, and it was so weird.
Man.
And then we were deathly quiet and strange.
Then did he turn to you and say, "Dr. K, do you like gladiator movies?"
He didn't do that. He didn't do that.
So for me, movie number 7, Total Recall.
Yeah, I considered that one. Good call. Yeah, I thought of it. I was like, they're not real, so like.
Well, hey, see, that's the thing. So maybe I'm copping out here or cheating here.
I think a lot of people would be surprised if we didn't have that.
Yeah.
At least mentioned.
Yeah, and really, there's not much to say. You know, I saw it at a time when I was aware of what boobs were. I enjoyed them thoroughly.
You knew there were only supposed to be 2.
Yes, and then you think to yourself, it's just like opens up a whole world of possibilities. Like I almost felt like I was in Aladdin. I showed you the 3 titties.
This is
oh
the
my
future.
God! This is the future. The future's gonna be awesome. Yeah.
And do you remember the line that the guy says that he was with her?
Makes me wish I had 3 hands.
Yeah. They go. A lot of '80s movies will go to a black man and deliver lines like that. Yes, it's kind of their lot for a while.
Yep.
You just go ahead and say this. Can you say black?